All right.
Then God remembered Noah and every living thing and all the animals that were with him in the ark.
And God made a wind to pass over the earth, and the waters subsided. The fountains of the deep and the windows of
The fountains of the deep and the windows of heaven. Remember, we talked about that Hebrew cosmology, how they viewed that.
heaven were also stopped, and the rain from heaven was restrained. And the waters receded continually from the earth. At the end of the 150 days, the waters decreased. Then the ark rested in the 7th month, the 17th day of the month, on the mountains of Ararat. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the top.
Crazy thing is, I think they did find the Ark of the Covenant, the Noah's Ark on Mount Ararat. I think it's located on the border of Turkey, and they did find it. They found the outline. They could see the outline structure of it and the old petrified wood, and like the shaping of the wood. Like they could tell it was man-made, and I think they did find the nails and all that, the remnants of the nails, and where the ark had broken down and part of it had gone down the hill. It was like this documentary I was watching that they actually found the Noah's Ark. I feel like that should be like blasted everywhere. Like I don't remember that ever being like talked about widely, because that's a huge proof of an event like this, and it validate. I mean, the Bible doesn't need validation, but to those who are seeking it, I mean that validates what the Bible says quite substantially.
So the mountains were seen.
So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Then he sent out a raven, which kept going to and fro until the waters had dried up from the earth. He also sent out from himself a dove, to see if the waters had receded from the face of the ground. But the dove found no resting place for the sole of her foot, and she returned into the ark to him, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. So he put out his hand and took her, and drew her into the ark to himself. And he waited yet another 7 days, and again he sent the dove out from the ark. Then the dove came to him in the evening, and behold, a freshly plucked olive leaf was in her mouth. And Noah knew that the waters had receded from the earth. So he waited yet another 7 days, and sent out the dove, which did not return again to him any more. And it came to pass in the 601st year, in the 1st month,
Luckily, God, God told Noah to bring a multiple of the birds, right? Because that dove flew off without a mate, landed on some random tree or something, and just never came back. That dove most likely died and never got it on with his other dove friend.
the first day of the month that the waters were dried up from the earth. And Noah removed the covering of the ark and looked, and indeed the surface of the ground was dry.
And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried.
Then God spoke to Noah.
Go out of the ark, you and your wife, and your sons wives with you.
Whoa! And in the 2nd month? Okay, no. The 2nd month, not the 2nd month of the year, the 2nd month of it being flooded, right? Because the second month and the 27th day, February 27th, that's my birthday.
Bring out with you every living thing of all flesh that is with you, birds and cattle, and every creeping thing that creeps on the earth, so that they may abound on the earth.
Wait, no. They're talking about the actual day of the year. And then it came to pass in the 601st year, in the first month, the first day of the month, that the waters had dried up from the earth. Right? So they're talking about the actual year. The 601st year. Wait. How is that possible? What does this mean? And it came to pass in the 601st year. People have been living for 900 plus years. What is the 601st year? Maybe I wasn't paying attention and I missed something. Let's see. Genesis 8:13. Let's see if this Bible has a... No, it doesn't. This Bible never has any... but it has for 14. Let's see. After over a full year, the waters returned to their place. And as the beginning, God had again brought the waters of the earth into their place, and he had dried the earth. The flood began in Noah's year, 600. Month 2, day 17, and ended in Noah's year, 601. Month 2, day 27. Yeah, so it ended on February 27th. That's cool. But what is year 600? How did they calculate the years? Because, they've definitely been on Earth for more than 600 years. So, or is Noah 600 years old? I don't know. Let's keep going.
Fruitful and multiply on the earth.
So Noah went out, and his sons, and his wife, and his sons' wives with him.
Every animal, every creeping thing, every bird, and whatever creeps on the earth, according to their families, went out of the ark.
Then Noah built an altar to the Lord, and took of every clean animal and of every clean bird, and offered burnt offerings on the altar. And the Lord smelled a soothing aroma. Then the Lord said in...
The Lord smelled a soothing aroma. All right. So you guys can't say that that God doesn't like meat. He likes his meat, man. That's crazy. The Lord smelled a soothing aroma. So that makes me think. In the Garden of Eden, all they could eat was fruit, right? They weren't supposed to eat the animals. So did God just come around? Like, he came around to the idea of eating meat. He saw Adam and Eve hunting and eating meat, and he was like, this smells good. Or after all the offerings, he realized, like, dang, this smells good, man. You know what? Maybe we got to try eating some of this.
in his heart.
I will never again curse the ground for man's sake. Although the amount...
All right, and I just looked it up, the 600-year thing. It was talking about in chapter 7, what we read yesterday, that he was 600 years. So it's not the 600th year on earth, it's his 600th year on earth.
The imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Nor will I again destroy every living thing, as I have done. While the earth remains, seed time and harvest, cold and heat, winter and summer, and day and night shall not cease.
All right, let's go to... what, did he have plans to seize the day and the night and all that before? I will again not destroy. Oh, meaning like life will continue to go on. Okay. 9.
And his sons.
Be fruitful.
Whoa.
So God blessed Noah and his sons.
Be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. And the fear of you and the dread of you shall be on every beast of the earth, on every bird of the air, on all that move on the earth, and on all the fish of the sea. They are given into your hand. Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. I have given you all things, even as the green herbs. But you
Every moving thing that lives shall be food for you. So there was no unclean and clean animals at this point? Or what? Right? Because I'm sure there are unclean and clean animals, because that's literally what was said when all the animals were boarding the ark. Like God took, like, was it 5 of each clean animal or 7 of each clean animal to be used as offering and food as well? So what is this? That every moving thing that lives shall be food for you.
You shall not eat flesh with its life, that is, its blood.
That's that halal meat.
Surely for your lifeblood I will
It is. That's
demand
that
a
halal
reckoning.
meat.
From the hand of every beast I will require it, and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I will require the life of man.
Wait, what? Surely for your lifeblood I will demand a reckoning. From the hand of every beast I will require it, and from the hand of man. From the hand of every man's brother I will require the life of man. What does that mean? Well, let's see here.
Whoever sheds man's blood, by man his blood shall be shed.
Okay, so if you kill somebody, it's going to turn back around on you. The golden rule.
For in the image of God he made man. And as for you, be fruitful and multiply. Bring forth abundantly in the earth, and multiply in it. And as for me, behold, I establish my covenant with you, and with your descendants after you, and with every living creature that is with you, the birds, the cattle, and every beast of the earth with you, of all that go out of the ark, every beast of the earth. Thus I establish my covenant with you. Never again shall all flesh be cut off by the waters of the flood. Never again shall there be a flood to destroy the earth. This is the sign of the covenant which I make between me and you, and every living creature that is with you, for perpetual generations. I set my rainbow in the cloud, and it shall be for the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. It shall be, when I bring a cloud over the earth, that the rainbow shall be seen in the cloud. And I will remember my covenant, which is between me and you and every living creature of all flesh. The waters shall never again become a flood to destroy all flesh. The rainbow shall be in the cloud, and I will look on it to remember the everlasting covenant between God and every living creature of all flesh that is on the earth. This is the sign of the covenant which I have established between me and all flesh that is on the earth.
Now the sons of Noah who went out of the ark were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. and Ham was the father of Canaan. These three were the sons of Noah, and from these the whole earth was populated.
I was gonna say that the rainbow, the sign of the rainbow, is a little bit different nowadays, huh?
And Noah began to be a farmer, and he planted a vineyard. Then,
So, I just thought of this. To the people of the earth, Noah looks an awfully lot like Thanos, right? All the people that don't follow God, they're talking about, this guy is coming around talking about how there's going to be a flood. It's going to wipe out the entire the population of the earth because, whatever reason. And then after the task of wiping the population out, this guy started farming. That's literally what Thanos did. Wiped out half the population and then became a farmer.
he drank of the wine and was drunk, and became uncovered in his tent. And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his father, and told his two brothers outside. But Shem and Japheth took a garment, laid it on both their shoulders, and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father. Their faces were turned away, and they did not see their father's nakedness. So Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done to him. Then he said,
Cursed be Canaan. A servant of servants he shall be to his brethren.
Because he saw you
Blessed be
naked?
the Lord, the God of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant.
Canaan saw his father was naked and told his brothers outside, but Shem and Japheth took garments. Okay.
May God enlarge Japheth, and may he dwell in the tents of Shem, and may Canaan be his servant.
Come on, man, just because of that.
And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. So all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died.
We're making our way through. We're going to catch up. I'll be right back again.
Now this is the genealogy of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and
Wait,
Japheth.
I want to see this.
And sons were born to them after the flood. The sons of Japheth were Gomer, Magog, Madai, Javan, Tubal, Meshech, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer were Ashkenaz, Riphath, and Togarmah.
Ashkenaz.
The sons of Javan were Elisha, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim.
Dodanim.
From these, the
I like these
coastland
names.
peoples of the Gentiles were separated into their lands, everyone according to his language, according
From
to
these,
their
the
families.
coastline peoples of the Gentiles were separated into their lands. So the what? So the sons of Japheth, the sons of Gomer, the sons of Javan, they became Gentiles?
into their
What?
nations. The sons of Ham were Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush were Seba, Havilah, Sabta, Reumah, and Sabteka. And the sons of Reumah were Sheba and Dedan. Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one on the earth. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Therefore it is
So, do you think? I was gonna say, like, the mighty men of old, the men of renown, like some of that blood got into. If you believe in that theory, and some of the blood got into Cush. Who is Cush? Cush is from Ham, right? So Ham's wife had some of that blood in her, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking.
It is said, like Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, Erech, Akkad, and Calneh in the land of Shinar. From that land he went to Assyria and built Nineveh.
Yeah, he built all
Rehoboth,
these sinful
Ir,
places.
Calah, and Resen, between Nineveh and Calah. That is the principal city.
The principal
Mizraim
city.
begot Udim, Anamim, Lehabim, Naphtunim, Pathrusim, and Casluhim, from whom came the Philistines and Caphtorim. Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and
Sidon.
Heth, the Jebusite, the Amorite, and the Girgashite, the Hivite, the Arkite, and the Sinite, the Arvadite,
I'll be right back.
the
Keep
Zamarite,
it playing.
and the Hamathite. Afterward, the families of the Canaanites were dispersed, and the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon as you go towards Gerar, as far as Gaza. Then, as you go toward Sodom, Gomorrah, Admah, Zeboim, and as far as Lasha. These were the sons of Ham, according to their families, according to their languages, in their lands and in their nations. And the children were born also to Shem, the father of all the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth the elder. The sons of Shem were Elam, Asher, Arphaxad, Lud, and Aram. The sons of Aram were Uz, Hul, Gether, and Mash. Arphaxad begot Salah, and Salah begot Eber. To Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan begat Almodad, Sheleph, Hazarmapheth.
What does that mean? In his days, the earth was divided, like meaning like they were fighting and whatnot. Like there's so much history because remember these people are living for how many years, right? Oh wait, no, God at this point, God was like, no, we're not living this long, right? 120 years cap. But the earth was divided. I'm assuming that they were just fighting and whatnot. A lot of fighting going around. A lot of fighting occurring.
Jira, Hadoram, Uzal, Dikla, Obul, Abimael, Sheba, Ophir, Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan, and their dwelling place was from Mesha as you go towards Sephar, the mountain of the east. These were the sons of Shem, according to their families, according to their languages, in their lands, according to their nations. These were the families of the sons of Noah, according to their generations, in their nations, and from these the nations were divided on the earth after the flood.
Man, I was busy listening to it and
Now
you guys
the
didn't
whole
hear anything.
earth
Why don't you
had
tell
one
me?
language and one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. Then they said to one another,
Come, let us make bricks and bake them thoroughly.
they had brick for stone, and they had asphalt for mortar.
Come,
They
let
had
us build
asphalt already?
ourselves a city, and a tower whose top is in the heavens. Let us make a name for ourselves, lest we be scattered abroad over the face of the whole earth.
But the Lord came down to see the city and the tower, which the sons of men had built.
Indeed, the people are one, and they all have one language. And this is what they begin to do. Now, nothing that they propose to do will be withheld from them. Come, let us go down and there confuse their language.
Because God did not want them to build a city to reach heaven. Why did not God want them to build a city to reach heaven? Were they trying to challenge God? Say like, we can be high like you? Whose top is in the heavens. You think they thought they're worthy of being in the heavens? They were like, we are like God, right? After eating the fruit, so we know right from wrong. We can be in the heavens. We deserve to be in the heavens. And so God was like, no, that's blasphemous. You can't do that.
That they may not understand one another's speech.
So the Lord scattered them abroad from there over the face of all the earth, and they ceased building the city. Therefore its name is called Babel, because there the Lord confused the language of all the earth, and from there the Lord scattered them abroad over the face of all the earth. This is the genealogy of Shem. Shem was 100 years old and begot Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. After he begot Arphaxad, Shem lived 500 years and begot sons and daughters. Arphaxad lived 35 years and begot Salah. After he begot Salah, Arphaxad lived 403 years and begot sons and daughters. Salah lived 30 years and begot Eber. After he begot Eber, Salah lived 403 years and begot sons and daughters. Eber lived 34 years and begot Peleg. After he begot Peleg, Eber lived 430 years and begot sons and daughters. Peleg lived 30 years and begot Reu. After he begot Reu, Peleg lived 209 years and begot sons and daughters. Reu lived 32 years and begot Sirach. After he begot
We got Street Fighter characters now?
Sirach, Reu lived 207 years and begot sons and daughters. Sirach lived 30 years and begot Nahor. After he begot Nahor, Sirach lived 200 years and begot sons and daughters. Nahor lived 29 years and begot Terah. After he begot Terah, Nahor lived 119 years and begot sons and daughters.
I was just thinking. You think the word like babbling, like babble, like nonsense speak, came from the Tower of Babel or the Tower of Babel?
Now Terah lived 70 years and begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. This is the genealogy of Terah. Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran begot Lot, and Haran died before his father, Terah, in his native land, in Ur of the Chaldeans. Then Abram and Nahor took wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarai, and the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah, and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren. She had no child. And Terah took his son Abram and his grandson Lot, the son of Haran, and his daughter-in-law Sarai.
We gotta do like a special dedicated videos for this because it's a lot. Like, why did Moses include all these genealogies, right? These breakdowns of these families. Like, it would be really interesting to go back and follow it all the way back to Adam, or all the way back to Noah, and see and then move forward and see like how did these families end up, right? Like that would be interesting, because a lot of what we've been reading are just the genealogies, right? I mean, it has to be important. That's why it's included. So, I mean, we would need to take time to go through them.
His son Abram's wife, and they went out with them from Ur of the Chaldeans to go to the land of Canaan. And they came to Haran and dwelt there. So the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran.
Keep forgetting to unmute because I had you guys on the speakers. I was thinking we could do 12, but that gets into Abraham, right? Abram. And that's like a different topic than what we were on. Now we finished Noah, right? That concluded Noah and introduced a little bit of Abram just with the genealogies, right? I think we'll stop it here, and we'll continue with 12 tomorrow. Sorry about all the crazy hectic, me running around, whatnots. I got pizza from Pizza Murphy. I never got it before. It's like this take and bake place. That's what they call it, Pizza Murphy take and bake. Papa Murphy take and bake. You literally go there, you get the dough with all the toppings and everything, and then you come home and pop it in the oven. I just tried a little piece. It was pretty good. I got the buffalo chicken ranch. Yeah. I mean, the main interesting part of 8 to 11, right? That's what we were reading. Yeah, 8 to 11, like, is the Tower of Babel, obviously. I want to know, what was the goal? They were trying to reach heaven, right? Why did they believe that they were meant to, like, they were at God's level? You know what I mean? Or what? Like, they were trying to reach the firmament. There's a pun in the name Babel that no Hebrew reader would miss. The verb for confused sounds similar to the name of the city. Yeah, like Babel, babble, babbling, speech. So it's like that in English too. Yeah, we should do another video on the Tower of Babel specifically, because that's an interesting topic. And King Nimrod. All right, guys. Yeah, this is a lot to, like, I mean, it's not a lot, but it's like very like detail oriented, and it's gonna be a lot of looking up, doing a lot of research. So we'll do like a dedicated solo video, not like in the Bible Study with Me live series, right? We're gonna continue with chapter 12 tomorrow, and yeah, I think I'll do another solo video on the Tower of Babel, and maybe, I mean, I don't know. We'll see if you guys want to look into the genealogies. So let me know, and be on the lookout for tomorrow's video. And I recorded another video. I'm going to be posting that, so check that one out. And I'll see you guys later. I'm going to enjoy this pizza. Bye-bye.